Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Expectations for the chapter. Alright, expectations for the chapter. As I said, I've seen a lot of black boxes, meaning something big happens. Do we get some devil fruit lore? Maybe. I kinda doubt it, but I kinda think it might happen. Okay, you know what? I'll just say, sure, we get a little bit of devil fruit lore. I'll say that. Aside from that, maybe Bonney learns what happened to the real Kuma. Aside from that, I have no idea. This arc has already been absolutely wild, so I'm not even going to try to predict anything, basically. It's been super unpredictable, and it's been super weird, and it's been super wacky, and I don't know. Now, chapter 1063. My only family. Pudding's been abducted. Okay, so at this point, I mean, this is ice. This is straight up ice. So, what is Aokiji up to? That is very, very bizarre. Because, like, we still haven't heard anything about why Aokiji was supposedly with Blackbeard, right? That still hasn't been brought up at all. So, what is he up to? Well, whatever he's doing, he needs pudding for something. Wait, hold on. No, there's no way, right? There's no way, like, Aokiji would come here with Blackbeard and Blackbeard yoinked Pudding. Pudding had the potential to read the stones. Hold on. So it could be Blackbeard and Aokiji. That's very, very fishy. Clearly, this is Aokiji, though. Like, this is 100% frozen. This is, like, 300% frozen. All that was good. When is everyone else gonna... Okay, so they're just chilling. They'll be amazed when they see this food machine. Except for Sanji, he'll be mad. Obligatory Sanji joke, we have replaced him with a machine. You sure ate your fill? All four of you are stuffed to bursting. No, I always look like this. That's rude. Oh, so there are more little people here. I mean, I assume they're all robots, right? Wow, it's so light and breezy cool. Where would you... Oh, this is... I mean, this is like Punk Hazard, but just more sciencey. So is this arc literally just Punk Hazard 2.0 with more lore? That'd be pretty cool. Stated Guzan worked with Blackbeard. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? We heard that... We also heard that with Doflamingo, right? That he's apparently working with Blackbeard. So whatever he's up to, I don't know, because I always assumed that he's just working undercover, right? But if he's actually going around... I mean, attacking an emperor's land... He can still do that undercover, right? There's still an emperor. So technically, who knows? Read the letters on their faculties. Apparently, they're petrology, linguistic, and history faculties on Egghead Island. Okay. So, linguistic and historic are obviously to do with the Void Century and the whatchamacallits. The poneglyphs, right? These shoes make me feel like I'm floating in midair. Okay, like they do look a bit wonky, I'm not gonna lie. This looks too sci-fi. Too sci-fi. Good thing they had a tropical pattern. Why is Jimbei? Okay, Jimbei looks incredible. It makes for a better disguise. Not that we're really incognito here. And Chopper, of course. Chopper gets an incredible design yet again. Chopper's design is, as usual, perfect. Jimbei is becoming Grandpa Max from Ben 10, basically. I mean, I said that before, right? Jimbei really gives me, like, Uncle Iroh vibes at this point. I feel like Uncle Iroh... Actually, no, Uncle Iroh was super wacky, too. And Jinbei's also, like, super wacky with this whole... Like, Jinbei's so certain that it's, like, his destiny or whatever to be with Luffy. And Luffy's just like, let's go, let's mess things up. It's glorious. I really like Bonnie's dynamic with the Straw Hats. I mean, at this point, they're just sharing their love for food, right? So, yeah, it works. It works. And I mean, Luffy and Chopper have always been obsessed with food, right? There's like that scene in Whole Cake where they're just chilling. They're like huge, both of them. I'm going to rustle up some weapons and put the screws to Vegapunk. So long. I see the bear. Okay, so Luffy is still calling the Kumas or the Pacifistas bears. Brilliant. Are these still like the vanilla Pacifistas though? It's justified self-defense if you ignore the part about us being pirates. Okay, so... Come on, there's no way that What's that for, Bonnie? He was shooting a laser, I should at least get to punch him. That's my daddy. I mean, clearly she knows that this is a pacifista. How could she not know that this is not the real Kuma? So the dad who got turned into a cyborg was Kuma? Please, I'm begging you. Please don't hurt my daddy. That's so sad. Run, dummy, it's a passive... I mean, at the same time, I can kind of see it. I say that she would be like... She'd know that it's a pacifista, but at the same time, it's probably not exactly fun seeing your dead father just walking around. Maybe the face still triggered. Yeah, actually, yeah, that definitely makes sense. That's true. I mean, look at her. She's having a full-on breakdown. Yeah, that very much makes sense, to be fair. That's sad. That's very sad. I wonder, like, is this the last of the worst generation? Oh no, we still have the Mad Monk, right? So, we now have Bonnie, and then we still have the Mad Monk, which we haven't really delved into. Other than that, I think we've now heard of all of the worst generation stories. I think so. Regardless, let's move on. This is sad, though. This is really, really sad. I hope we learn more of like, the pre-cyborg Kuma, though. A stretch of sea, new... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is going to be fun. It won't hold, Captain. Wait, what? Blackbeard's going after Law? Okay. One more hit and the water pressure will crush the sub. Well, I mean, I guess if he's going after his fruit, then I would assume that basically disconfirms, is that even a word? I mean, it confirms the fact that the whole Blackbeard's actually immortal theory is wrong, right? That was a line of thinking I had way back. Maybe Blackbeard can have multiple fruits just because somebody has made him immortal, like before Law. But I guess if he is going after him, then that's probably not the case. What the hell? What? Why is Law a woman? Wait, what? No way. Is there another fruit that does that? There's no way Eva's dead. Beppo's also a woman now. I just noticed it. I just noticed it in the background. Oh my god. That looks like the most ridiculous wig of all time. I didn't notice it. Yeah. This isn't Eva's power. Because Eva's power, you had to be like close. Oh, the fan service LMAO? Kinda feels like it. Kinda feels like it. No, it got me too. Don't touch anyone who's already got... Oh, okay, so it's definitely not... It's not Eva's fruit. Okay. This power can infect other people, but what is it then? I learned something in that Emperor fight. You can break through those powers with intense enough Haki. If you can break through them with Haki, how did Dressrosa work? Haki negating abilities actually makes sense, such as when Kuzan froze Whitebeard, but Whitebeard just broke out anyway. But I mean, to be fair, it's not like he froze him to like... It's not like he froze him, right? He essentially just covered him in enough ice. It's not like he froze the body of Whitebeard itself. It's Yonko level of Haki? Yeah. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Because I'm just wondering, right? Like, the whole premise of Dressrosa, that was always a question I had. Like, how does the power work? Because if Sugar's power is, like, absolute, then that's, like, one of the most OP fruits in the entirety of the series. If by literally touching you, you turn into, like, the toy or whatever. Also, why Law didn't use his heart-swapping abilities on Dofi or Kaido? Well, with Kaido and with Big Mom, he said that they're too powerful. We already heard that. With Dofi, though, we didn't really hear that. And with Dofi, he did swap him a few times in the other fight. The people that got controlled in Dressrosa do not have strong enough Haki or Haki in general. But I mean, yeah. I mean, you know what? You know what? This is why I also said, I think it was last chapter, right? I think we talked about which power system is better, Haki or Devil Fruits. And like, this is exactly why Devil Fruits will always be better for me. Haki is just... I like Haki as a concept, but I feel like it's too inconsistent. And it brings up too many questions. Even if you can explain the questions, I still feel like it's a bit whack, right? I mean, it's cool, but like saying X Haki stronger than Y Haki, therefore X beats Y, sort of boring. Sort of boring if you ask me, but anyway. Let's see what's going on here. I don't want anything bad to happen to Law, me neither, but it feels like something is about to go down. So he broke through the disease. He's worth 3 billion for a reason, and once he's broken through, his antibodies will spread just as the illness did. Oh, sick fruits. So can he just like create random sicknesses? Like completely random things that happen to your body? Okay, makes sense. Burgess were moving to the island. Warp fruits. Okay. And I didn't mention it, but this silhouette of this island, have we seen it before? I feel like I've seen the silhouette of this island. Or am I completely off base? Is this just a generic island? This strong fruit is unbeatable. Strong fruit. Okay. So, that's a weird power. Is he literally just, like, ridiculously strong? Fair enough, I guess. He's lifting a mountain? Wait, when did they land? What the hell is going on here? Super strength, contagion, teleportation, all of these preposterous powers they've gained through hunting down devil fruits. No wonder their bounties just keep increasing. So, question is, does this essentially confirm that Blackbeard can have more of them? Or is he just like going around and basically making his crew OP? That's what I'm wondering now. If Blackbeard had... Imagine Blackbeard and the warp fruit. Can you warp yourself? Because if you can, that's ridiculous. Because like, if Blackbeard can warp around, imagine just Blackbeard warping to you, touching you, and that's it. You're gone. You're dead. He's going around and making his crew OP? That makes sense. That makes sense. I feel like the assumption that he's going to get a third power is still a safe bet. Law can warp himself. Yeah, but Blackbeard can also turn off your powers, and then he can suck you into a black hole, and in case you escape, he can just level the island with Whitebeard's fruit. Collecting fruits is his thing. It is, yeah, we've heard about this for a while. He has a Logi and Paramethi, only lacks his own Wonder Who's. I mean, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if he knows about Luffy's fruit. I wouldn't be surprised at all if his goal was always to get Luffy's fruit at some point. It's been a while, Trafalgar Law. Why are you here? Now don't be so cold to your fellow worst generation. Of course, Kaido would have had at least one. Go figure that Kaido and Big Mom fell. You've turned the whole world upside down. It's been a blast. Stronger. Horse fruits. Mythical type model Pegasus. The derpy horse is now a Pegasus. Glorious. Glorious. And how many have you found? I'll take all your road poneglyphs. Same back to you. In this fight, winner takes all. Okay, let me say this. There is no way in hell Law can win. Not because Law is not stronger. Not because Law's crew is OP. None of that. It just makes no sense in the story. The only thing that Law can do is either get away, but that doesn't really make sense either. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Law's not strong. I'm gonna read that out loud, okay? Everybody hold on to your stomachs. This is the funniest joke of all time. Law is not stronger. Stronger is a horse. All of you are so funny now, aren't you? All of you are so funny. It's my type of joke. Very funny. Is there another notable... I feel like Law's crew. Do we know anything about Law's crew except like the bear? Law's crew is super boring. We don't really know any of them. So I feel like... Is there like a fruit power among Law's crew that Blackbeard would care about? No, right? I like how the fruit reveals of this chapter just amplify the power of characters we already had. Yeah, exactly. Like at this point, Blackbeard's crew is just stacked, right? I mean, I feel like each and every one of them at this point have got to be a fruit user. Let's think about this. Luffy is relatively close by. He has no idea. No, like, that literally makes no sense. Like, he would never find out about this, right? And the question is, like, does Blackbeard care about his power at all? Like, another thing, right? It doesn't really seem like Blackbeard cares about specific powers, he just wants a lot of them. I mean, clearly he wants the road poneglyphs. And he would want Lost Power. Lost Power is too strong. Anybody would want Lost Power. If some other character doesn't intervene in this fight, I'd be surprised. But who could? Like, realistically. Okay, listen to this. If this island is not a generic island, because we have no idea where they are, who... Oh, I actually like this. We have no idea what this island is, right? And they just literally tore apart a bunch of mountains. So, if there are any locals, they might pop up. Momo, stop looking directly into the camera very ominously. The last time we saw Blackbeard go after someone, Ace literally died. And like, even if Blackbeard's like, okay, you give me your red poneglyph and you'll be fine, right? Even if Blackbeard is just like, give me the red poneglyph, I don't care about you, right? We're just gonna sail off, give us a copy, we're done. Law is not gonna do that. Law is gonna fight him. But at the same time, hey, listen to this, I hope you got your tinfoil, right? You know how people have been talking about the abnormalities of Blackbeard's body? How he's able to have two fruits, for example? Well, Law has total control over a person's body. So, that seems interesting. Like an interesting coincidence. So could that be something? Could Blackbeard and Law just be like natural enemies? And another thing, look at this, right? Straw Hat, Kid, or you. I knew that one of you was going to sail here from Wano. So he did- No, okay. So he's not going after Law. He doesn't care about Law. Okay, you know what? You know what I think is gonna happen? Is that Blackbeard is going to bonk Law over the head, take his red poneglyph, and just go away. I think it's either that or someone on the island is going to interfere. I feel like it's going to be one of those two things. I just don't see Law being killed off. I mean, you know what I think. I think if Oda wants to kill him off, and if it makes sense for the story, he should. Don't think he's going to, though. Maybe he'll pull a Kaido and try to recruit him. I feel like with Law, that's just a pointless task. That's the thing, like, that's why I said, even if they fight, Law is not going to give up anything, right? He's going to fight. Blackbeard was camping the shortest route out of Wano to get the poneglyph out of them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Because he says that he doesn't even care which one of them was it. So if Luffy came from Wano, he would have attacked Luffy. How was Law even going to read the poneglyphs? That's a problem for another day. You get the poneglyphs, then you worry about reading them. And if that doesn't work, then you call up your best pal, Luffy, who you took down an emperor with, and then you just say, hey, Luffy, remember how we fought those emperors in Wano? I know you had that friend, right, who could read them. Could you lend me a hand? But yeah, basically, it's going to be one of two things. I think either Law's getting defeated and losing his red poneglyph, which seems unlikely, or two, someone's on the island and is going to save them. Whoever's on the island, though, would have to be ridiculously powerful, though. But at this point, it feels like Blackbeard is not just getting fruits, he's just also kidnapping random people. Because isn't Kobe still with him, technically? And Pudding has her third eye, so Robin's not the only one who... Oh, right. Exactly, and Pudding's there too, who supposedly is also kidnapped by Blackbeard. What the hell is he up to? The dichotomy we see in this chapter is insane, because obviously, you think about One Piece, you think about Luffy and Blackbeard, right? Luffy is chilling, eating food, having a good time. Meanwhile, Blackbeard is trying to kill another emperor. It's like, okay. What could he even want with Kobe? I would assume leverage. I mean, that's the only thing that really makes sense, if you ask me. Maybe he needs, like, something else from the Navy, and trading Kobe would be the way to get that. I like that Blackbeard is doing stuff and getting close to the One Piece instead of sitting around like the other villains. So what you're saying is, Blackbeard is actually a good villain, unlike the Five Elders? I've been clowning on the Five Elders for a long time, and I'll keep doing it. I feel like the Five Elders have been super nerfed. And with Emu coming into the story, I feel like they got nerfed even more. And the fact that they're sending a Pacifista or a Seraphim after Vegapunk seems like the silliest decision of all time. And I feel like they're going to take another L very soon. Meanwhile, Blackbeard, yeah, Blackbeard's going around. He killed Absalom, which makes everybody happy. And, you know, it's a good time. It's a good time. And the thing with this arc already is that we are already on Egghead, right? But we're still getting bits of, like, what I would call post-WANO. So it's kind of hard to say what we're going to focus on next time. Either way, I just hope we actually get to see them throw down. I just want an entire chapter of them fighting, basically. That's what I want to see. Give me an entire chapter of Law just, like, throwing Blackbeard around and then Blackbeard just nuking the entire island. Actually, that might be pretty cool. If this island is actually desolate, having Blackbeard just literally wipe it from existence could be pretty cool, too. So, I'm gonna try to stay like, neutral, right? Because I saw Blackbeard, you know me and Blackbeard, I see Blackbeard, there are sparkles in my eyes. I love Blackbeard. Whenever Blackbeard does something, the chapter is already incredible, right? So I'm gonna try to keep a level head. With Luffy and Bonney, we have a very nice character moment. We have some very funny puns, and we have Jimbei, right? So that's great. I hope we're going to explore Bonney's past more. And then on Law's side, we have what looks to be a very interesting fight, and we have Blackbeard's crew with ridiculous powers. So that's it. This chapter will get a very respectable 8.5 out of 10. Blackbeard cool. Bonney's story looks sad. Want to see more. I think Law might die 0.5%. That's the review. That's the official review. That's what we can ship. Law's too popular. Yeah, I think Law is too big of a character to be killed off. At the same time, if Oda is serious about entering the final saga and about things going haywire, he might want to... I mean, killing Law off here does remove the immortality question. I feel like removing Law from the story does solve a lot of problems that Law's very overpowered fruit can create. If Oda did want us to smack us in the face, like, this is the final saga, things are getting real, Law being killed off would be another reason for Luffy to be very, very mad at Blackbeard. I don't think it's gonna happen, though. I don't think so. That said, thank you very much for joining me. Have a wonderful start of your week. Enough rambling. Bye-bye.